And welcome back to the show. I hope you're having a lovely night, and thank you so much for the pleasure of your company and tuning in. You know, some people come up and say, Michael, we've been religiously watching the show for 5 years and I still don't know why, but thank you so much. And I find they're all very genuine, loving and authentic people. And I really do like authentic people because, you know, this pretentiousness, I've said on many of the shows before, I've been to Bali about 35 times. You know, you can get cheap airfares and, you know, you can get these rooms that only cost $10 or $20 a night, so it's quite cheap, and you should go to Bali because the people are so love-orientated. You know, I find a lot of people from Eastern backgrounds are very love-orientated. The Balinese, the Thai people, you know, that beautiful Buddhism, non-judgmental. And, you know, there's a lot of loving people here, but a lot of closed books, very fear-orientated, always worried about not having enough money, you know. They think about money every single day of their lives, always thinking about death, always thinking about... But you know what? There's no security in life. You've got to live dangerously and just enjoy every single day. And when your time's up, your time's up, you know. There's no way of hanging on. Western society somehow, Jeff, we want to hang on, you know. The old people, we don't want to let them die. You know, if someone's ready to go, we should just let them go.
That's correct, yeah.
Whereas here, they keep them all, you know, they're in a vegetative state, and but Western society, no, you're not allowed to let them go. You know, and really, when it's time, they should just, you know, say, well, it's time to go.
Yep. Well, we all end up going eventually.
Yeah, and that's why we should really make the most of this journey, shouldn't we?
Yeah, well,
you know?
That's why I believe my kids are my future. The kids are everyone's future, really.
Yeah, that should be your mindset, taking massive action to really turn your life around and stay on that right path.
Yeah.
Yeah, and viewers too, if you've mucked up in the past like I have and we all have, really take massive action, and with a new mindset you can turn your life around and go in a completely different direction, and your kids too will grow up and say, gee, Mum and Dad, they were terrific people. Tell me about Odyssey House.
Odyssey House is a rehabilitation program.
Yeah.
Goes for about 12 to 18 months.
It's a great place. It's been around for years, isn't it?
Yes, it has, yes. We've just recently been accepted into there.
Oh.
So we're planning on going in there as a family.
As a family?
Yeah, as a family.
Oh, you actually move in there, do you?
Yes, for 12 to 18 months.
Wow.
And they basically teach you how to live your life completely clean, and how to get through day-to-day life.
That's a wonderful program. I'm saying wow, but of course, lots of my clients have gone through there. But that's right. But most people don't actually live in there, do they?
No, no.
You know, it's only the real keen ones, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So at the moment, as we speak right now, what are you on now? And when was the last time you took drugs?
Honestly, I took drugs today. I smoke cannabis daily.
Daily?
I'm on a Subutex program for the heroin.
Yeah. What does that mean?
That's basically a pharmaceutical drug to stop the cravings and the usage of heroin. That's another reason why we're going into Odyssey House.
Are you sick and tired of drug dealers or trying to get the stuff after all these years?
I'm sick of drugs outright, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've been into Windana and got clean for 3.5 weeks off cannabis of a 23-year drug habit. But my health deteriorated and I ended up turning back to it. But for the last few months, it's been a major goal to cease the drugs and to get on life.
And when do you think you might be abducted into Odyssey House?
It won't be for about another 6 to 8 months. I went into a car agreement in buying a vehicle, and I have to pay that off before I can actually go in because they take your funds when you go in there.
So it's like joining the army?
Pretty much, yeah.
So you're trying to get everything organised, and your two little ones come in there as well?
Yes, they do. They go to school and preschool in there.
Isn't that amazing?
And basically while you do your courses throughout the day of learning how to live life normal without drugs.
That's wonderful. Then they have a graduation and yeah.
Yep. Yes,
so that congratulations, that's a really positive and courageous step to make that phone call and say, hey, you know, fill out the application, or is that what it is? No,
you have to actually go in for a interview, and then you have to do weekly interviews for a certain amount of time to show that you are committed to going in there.
Good on you.
So, yeah.
And what about work-wise? You want to get some work?
Eventually, yes, I do want to get work.
What do you love? What would you do if...
I was training as a qualified chef in '99, but
I could see you as a chef.
I was living in a refuge in Sydney and stood on a syringe and contracted Hep C because of that.
Oh, did you?
So basically I gave up my chef's career. since then my health hasn't been too good, and I only had a grade 6 pass in school with growing up on the streets. So
how long in the streets?
Basically from the age of 8 onwards, basically. I only settled down probably the last 5 years.
Did you spend much time in King's Cross?
I spent a lot of time in King's Cross.
Did you?
Yeah, that was my local dope pickup. So,
yeah.
in the cafes down
there. I was there a couple of weekends ago. Me and the wife went for a date weekend, you know, and quite amazing. I ended up went to this Chinese restaurant and ended up at 3 o'clock in the morning in King's Cross and sitting next to this homeless man who was 65 who offered me some heroin, you know. But I was thinking, gee, can you imagine if you're really smashed? You'd probably some people would actually probably take some, wouldn't they?
Most probably if they were into that kind of thing.
But it's a sad place still, isn't it? You know,
yes.
All the girls are trying to sell themselves and everybody's trying to...
I've got an adopted sister up there that works on the streets in the Cross that has a bad cocaine habit.
Another quick route so they can get some heroin and one after the other, you know, and get mistreated, you know. It's good what you're doing. You're turning your life around, and others should too, wouldn't they? Yeah,
well, I hope that me sharing my story will help other people.
100% it will. And where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully working and spending life clean with my children.
Where do you want to live?
Not really fussed, as long as I'm happy with my kids.
Good on you, mate. Good on you. And any final advice for people who are really, really struggling and might want to end their life?
Just to stick with it, seek any alternative help that you can, and it's not worth ending your life. There's too much to live for.
Yeah, that's good advice for you, isn't it? There's so much to live for. Every day is a glorious day. You know, we all go through the tough issues, but we wake up and every day I say to myself, it's a new day, it's a great day, make it your day. It's a new day, it's a great day, make it your day. And if we are going through the fire, if we've lost a loved one, if we're going through a divorce, if we're going through family law courts, or we've got a drug or alcohol problem, just remember that that all problems have a time span and that it's not going to last forever. You'll get through that and then you can totally recreate your life. But I thank you very much for watching. If you've got a story to share, please give me a call. Please give me an email. I'd love to have you on the couch because remember, your rewards in life will match your service. Love and best wishes to everybody. Good night, and we'll see you next Wednesday.